everyone's question. So again, the difference between my two programs is one has a coaching call, the other one doesn't. So the one that has a weekly coaching call, this could be bi-weekly or monthly. You schedule that in. It's a kickoff or initiation call. So you schedule that in, and you build out a schedule for when you guys will be hopping on calls. Other than that, you send them a welcome email, training information required. You send them the training app. You send them the bonuses. If you have any bonuses, you add them to the communities via Facebook, Instagram, any other platform. And then you also send them, if you have a contract, which I highly recommend for bigger investments. Once you start, thousands plus, multiple thousands, then you would have a coaching agreement. I mean, always have a coaching agreement, because it's not only holding them accountable to the money that they're paying, but also what you're going to be delivering for that service. So yeah, that's somewhat what the onboarding process kind of looks like. And then I make it clear, I make it clear like when they're going to get their training program and when they're going to do their coaching call. And yeah. Makes sense. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Any other questions, guys? If not, I'll have a hyped up. I have a coaching call in 15 minutes, get on, but I'm super excited. Got an announcement. And then I also have lots of fire to spit. So, but I'd love to answer any questions before I get into that. Fitness, mindset, spiritual, vices, masculinity, business, money, women, whatever. Any questions, not only for me, but for the group as a whole as well. Awesome. So with that being said, guys, the big announcement is I'm really going to be building up this group starting this next week, because I'm actually going to turn it into, I'll talk to you, everyone in here, Christian, I'll talk to you at some point as well. But this is going to become a paid program. I'm going to be building up. I might end up having some sort of free thing. I do a lot of free things as far as the daily content, the platforms, the YouTube, the Facebook groups. I do daily free content. I might end up having a free via a Zoom call or a live. But from now on, this is obviously two of you guys out of the thing are one of my clients that have paid to be a part of here. But I'm going to actually create a program that's going to be the God's Warriors community. Now, the God's Warriors community is going to involve 1 to 2 group calls a week to start out. And it's going to involve the Facebook community, Instagram. It's going to involve a few other things I'm going to be offering. And that's actually going to be a program that I'm going to be actively getting members on. So this group will become bigger. And as it becomes bigger, I will break it up into multiple calls, because first and foremost, it's Q&A. But I will always have stuff to lecture upon as well, value when it comes to money, mindset, muscle, spirituality, obviously God's warriors, becoming a warrior, masculinity, always coming from a spiritual sense as well. But I'm really going to be building up this community as a community. So that being said, that's the big announcement that's going to be moving forward. I'm going to be pushing to get people in this program every week. So it will be expanding quite rapidly. Other than that, does anybody have any questions regarding that? I think Christian's the only one that isn't in a paid program right now. He used to be, but not currently. So it's only going to be $97 a month for the group call. Again, it's 1 weekly group call a week, and you're part of the community, right? Which is cool. Basically, for you guys to understand, I don't recommend it for any of you guys that are in business now. But I'm at the point where I do have a lot of clients, and this will be a funnel for me to get more clients, because a lot of people can't afford, hundreds and thousands of dollars. So I'll be getting a lot of clients for a lower ticket offer, but really that's going to allow it to funnel into my fitness program, the God's Warriors program, and also my one-on-one mentorship as well, to funnel more people into. So I'm excited for that. That's kind of a little bit business sense behind it. Yeah. So does anybody have any questions regarding that? No? Cool. As far as what I wanted to notice is because I do have a lot of one-on-one coaching calls with my one-on-one mentorship clients, and I have quite a few fitness nutrition clients as well currently right now. And today and just recently, I've been reminded why you guys aren't getting results. And even when I don't get the results, this is a message that I give to myself. And it's really because you don't want it bad enough and you don't have enough urgency. Like literally the reason that you guys haven't built the business up to the point that you would like it to be, or it's, anywhere it could be, is really because of your level of seriousness, your level of urgency, and you actually pushing it out. There's a certain type of mentality and energy and exertion and execution and effort that's required to really get ripped, to get a six-pack, to accomplish anything great, to build a business, to close people, to grow your business, to build a program, right? Everyone has these great ideas. Everyone has a great idea for a logo, an Instagram handle, a post, a program, a boot camp, has all these great ideas, right? A YouTube channel, podcast, whatever. You can have all these great ideas and you can create it in the snap of a finger. But the thing is you'll be broke. You won't have any clients. And it will turn out to be nothing if you don't have that massive action and execution, energy and effort that's required on the back end to actually make that program, that YouTube channel, that idea that you have, to actually make it become reality and become a success, and to accomplish your dreams and to reach your goals. There's so much effort, time, energy, enthusiasm, exertion, execution, risk, everything that's involved in actually making that dream happen. This is just reminded from clients that I've worked with in the past when it comes to fitness nutrition, right? I can give you the blueprints, but unless you really are willing to starve yourself, to train hard, to follow the meal plan, to follow the macros, you won't get the six-pack. And I've worked with plenty of people in business and they still get stuck not making a dime, only signing up one or two clients, or hits a plateau at a few thousand or whatever. And they wonder why they're not growing, why they're not signing up clients, why they're not successful yet. And I can tell, like literally, I'm much farther in the game. I've been in online coaching for 3 years now. I've already reached a certain level of success, and they look at me and I'm doing 10 times more than them on a daily basis. And I'm still at the level of, am I working hard enough? Am I putting enough in? Am I doing enough? Am I doing the right things? Like the difference between hard workers and lazy people is hard workers put in massive amount of work and execution and time and effort and still wonder if they're being lazy, if they're doing enough. And lazy people are putting in the bare minimum, only posting once a week or not posting at all, not sending any DMs, not getting on any calls, not proposing any calls, not following the meal plan, not following the workouts, or skipping it, or drinking on the weekends, or eating out, or whatever. They're justifying the reason they're not reaching their goals. They're being lazy. They're making excuses. They're being procrastinating, and they're not having the level of energy to change their lives. And this is an example, a metaphor that I gave for one of my clients yesterday, was that you really need to picture two things. First and foremost, what if you accomplish your goal? What if you're making $10,000 online and you finally get to quit your restaurant job that you hate so much? You finally get to quit that job. You've been doing this online coaching business now for 6 to 12 months, and you're still not very successful. You don't have that many clients. You don't have this and that. What is it going to feel like when you're making $10,000, when you finally quit that job, when you're finally changing lives, when you're finally doing it? How is that going to feel? How is that going to change your life, your family's life? What is the confidence? What is the energy? How are you going to be? What is your life going to be like? Visualizing it, crystallizing it, so you have that true desire, that burning desire to get there, right? That's first and foremost. But more importantly is, what if nothing changes? Paul, what if nothing changes? Oh man, what if nothing changes, Christian? 2 years from now, you're still jacking off, watching porn in your mama's closet, and you're still struggling with porn addiction 2 years from now. Why cannot that happen, Christian? Why can't that happen, Christian? Paul, you're still working the IT business. 3 years from now, you're still in the IT field and you still haven't made your business happen online. How is that? Why can't that happen? How much is that going to suck? Right? Oh man, you end up not being successful in your business. You have to just continue doing the Air Force or work some other job, and you never get to make your dream of the online business or the fitness vision dream that you have become a reality. How much pain is that going to have for you? Because there needs to be something that you're running away from. There needs to be a terrible reality that you need to run away from. And that's the reason you don't sleep in. That's the reason you aren't lazy. That's the reason you don't miss a post. That's the reason you don't miss a day. That's the reason you watch all the modules. That's the reason you hire another coach. That's the reason you continue to invest in yourself. That's the reason you work 12-hour days. That's the reason you put in that effort. Because really, there's the difference between average and mediocre and something great and phenomenal and accomplishing something fantastic. You don't need to do that. But if you want to do that, you need this speech that I just gave you, because if you just want to be mediocre and average or stay in the same position you're in right now or be comfortable, literally, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to post. You don't have to invest in yourself. You could literally just continue doing what you're doing. And yes, think there's going to be ups and downs in life and things are going to change, but you're going to live a decent life and you're going to have this and that. But if you want to accomplish anything great, whatever it is, if it's a degree, if it's a certain accomplishment in the military, if it's building a business, if it's making a large amount of money, or even marriage or having kids, anything that's like phenomenal, doing it at a high level, an elite level, it requires so much sacrifice and so much energy and so much out of you, right? So I just want to give you guys that little speech just because, really at the end of the day, the reason that you're not in the position you want to be in yet is because of the lack of execution on the back end, right? There's two things. You need to know what to do. You need to know where you want to go, what it takes to get there. And then you need to simply just put in massive execution, massive effort, massive things, because then you'll be able to get it. All man got ripped and shredded in 6 weeks. Paul, we could get you diced and shredded in the next 2 months. We can get you a 6-pack, rat attack, no problem. Christian, you could drop porn right now, this very moment. It could be done forever. It can be done forever, right? Getting to America is going to take a lot of work, Christian. It's going to take a lot of work to get to America. But if you don't drop it, if you don't quit, you could be in America in the next year, 5 years, 10 years, however long it takes you. If that's truly your dream, if you never quit, if you never stop, you can get there. Right. So that's an opposite message that I give a lot of people, because a lot of times I'm like, you need to be patient. You need to just put in the work. You need to, be positive, this and that. But there also is a reality, like slap in the face, wake up. You need to go harder. The reason that you aren't where you want to be yet is because of you. And so that's just the message I want to give you guys, because I think it's something that everyone needs. It's something I even need at times, because nothing's going to change. Change naturally happens, but growth is super intentional and deliberate and requires massive sacrifice and effort. And, it just doesn't happen on its own. And it's easy to be comfortable. It's easy just to stay in the same position. That's our natural tendencies as human beings, homeostasis. We want to stay in the same position, same city, same town, same room, same business, same money. We just want to stay kind of in the same place, unless you use that burning desire and then that massive pain of why you can't stay in the same position. So I kind of just called all of you guys out, because I know Paul really wants to build a business. Allman says he wants to, do the business and wants to be successful. And Christian, I know you've been battling with porn for a long time, but sometimes you just need a smack in the face. It's like, oh man, you could be way more successful. Paul, you could already start your online business, your social media, your boot camp. Everything could be rocking and rolling. Christian, you could have quit porn 3 months ago, or you could have quit porn yesterday. You can quit porn right now, because change happens in a moment, in a decision, saying, you know what, Devin's right. The next 3 months, I'm going to make some crazy things happen. I'm going to get the ball rocking and rolling. I'm going to quit porn for good. I'm going to get ripped and shredded. I'm going to build that business. I'm going to sign up 15 clients. I'm going to make, 10K, how much, whatever you want to accomplish, you can do it. But it requires massive attention, effort, motivation, execution. It requires all of it. Simply that. And then last thing, any questions regarding that? Any questions or comments? Pushback, is that somebody want to say, Devin, that's not right, man. I'm already crushing it. You got it all wrong. I need to actually relax more and be more comfortable and sleep in more. I'm tired, Devin. I'm too successful. I enjoy everything I'm not doing. Any questions, any comments, concerns about that, guys? Look how swole I am. I've been getting jacked. See y'all, man. 2 hours a week.
Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah. What? How was my birthday or happy birthday?
Happy birthday.
Oh, bro, it was awesome, bro. 26 free throws in a row, bro. I haven't shot in a basketball in like 6 months.
Nice.
That was crazy. Took me about an hour to do it, but yeah, it was a good birthday for sure.
Do you 22 reps?
Everything, bro. I'm gonna post it. Yeah, but 23 reps with 315 on deadlift,
Wow.
22 with 315 on squat, 24 reps with 205 on bench, because 225 was too much. I haven't benched in a long time. And then 25 pull-ups in a row.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I just got done just massive arms and shoulders and calves and abs, and I just 2 hours a week. I only train 2 hours a week.
That's it.
Jacked, swole. Yeah, is there anything's possible? That literally the mind frame that I had after I accomplished those two things, because literally I had anxiety going into the workout because I knew I was going to push myself harder than I've ever pushed myself before, or like really, like I knew injury is possible. Failure and injury are highly likely when you push yourself to that level, because I never did any of those before. Before that, I've been training for a little bit to do it, but I wasn't sure that I could have done everything. And when you're pushing yourself to that level, injury is definitely a possibility. And so I had a little bit of anxiety, but definitely excited, and I just crushed it. So I felt, a lot of confidence from that. And then the free throws, man, I was really good at basketball in high school. The most free throws I ever made in a row was like 18 or 20, my freshman or sophomore year in a row. And so it's been years since then, and I haven't touched a basketball in a while, and I made 26 in a row. And I was like, after that, the next day, I'm like, anything I set my mind to, I can accomplish. That's simple, like literally a high level of confidence of that. I set my mind to accomplish something, to lift those reps, to make those shots, and other things I've accomplished in my life. I'm like, anything, no matter how hard it is or how great it is, if I set my mind to do it, I can do it. And so there's a high level of momentum and confidence that came from that. So I challenge you guys to do it. I know Amen's done it when he goes and runs 12 miles sometimes. He just goes like me. I want to run a marathon for my 26th birthday, because I think that'd be cool. But I highly recommend, just like, even if it's something just physical, like, set your mind to see if you can do 100 push-ups in a row, or 50 or whatever, and something that's really hard for you, and really set your mind to do it, and give it your best, and you'll be able to accomplish it. And it's going to give you a lot of confidence and momentum to accomplish anything else you set your mind towards. Amen. Whew. Okay, last thing. Got any questions? If not, because I want to leave you guys with one thing, and then me and Paul got to talk. Cool. So the last thing I'll leave you guys with is Job, J-O-B, or Job. Actually, Job. I think it's Job. Pronounced Job. In the Bible, Old Testament, Job. Read it. It's a part of wisdom literature within the Bible. Okay, so that means it's one of the books in the Bible. There's a few different books in the Bible for wisdom literature. It's Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Job. I think one other are old wisdom literature. Basically, those are the wisdom books within the Bible. So check that out. Job is a great story for what we call complex wisdom. So as a follower of Christ, if you are a follower of Christ, or just in general, this is a good thing to know, is basically how we think is karma, right? It's if you do good things happen to you. And in Christian terms, if you don't sin and you're holy and righteous, you will be blessed and have a good life. That's simple wisdom. If you sin, you will be punished. If you sin, you will be punished. Karma. If you do bad things will happen to you, right? Just simple. That's simple wisdom. Bad thing, bad. It's good, you get good, right? Complex wisdom is when you're being holy and righteous, you're doing the right things, and you get punished, and life just beats you down. And life's just horrible, and tragedies happen to you. That's complex wisdom. You see, you're doing good things, you're not sinning, you're being a good boy, good karma, good people, boom, but you're getting the hammer, you're getting slapped in the face, you're getting stolen from, you're going broke, right? And then the opposite true is sinners, or people who are doing bad things or whatever. They're rich, they're making millions, they're living their best life, they're traveling, they're blessed, they have all of these things. That's what we call complex wisdom, because it seems backwards, right? It's opposite. Job in the Old Testament is a pure example of that. Basically, God and Satan had a conversation. Job was he was the best human being on the planet. Basically, he just like did everything. He just worshiped God, and he was super rich, super successful, had a beautiful family, and he had everything in the world. He was super blessed, but he just dedicated his life to God. He worshiped God, and he was like God's greatest disciple, basically. I'm paraphrasing everything. And then Satan came to God and said, hey, I bet you that if you took away all of his blessings and you actually tormented this guy, that he would turn away from you and he would stop worshiping you and he wouldn't be a follower of you anymore. I guarantee you. Satan said that to God. And God had so much confidence in Job. He said, all right, go attack Job. Just don't kill him. Don't touch him. You can do whatever to his family. You can do whatever to his riches. You can torment him, this and that. Just don't kill him. And we'll see. I will take you up on your bet. And I guarantee Job will follow through and still follow me and still worship me. And basically the whole book of Job, it's about 42 verses, is Job going through hell. Like he had like 4 kids, they got murdered. And then he had all these riches, all these sheep, all these houses, they all got taken away, burnt down, storms, all this stuff. He ends up like just being completely tormented and destroyed. And at the whole book, just so much torture, so much horrible things happened to him. The entire book, he still worshiped the Lord. He still followed God. He still did it. He still did it. And so that's a great book of what we call complex wisdom, of how sometimes in life you seem like you're doing all the right things and you seem like you're doing all the good things, but lots of struggle, lots of adversity, lots of horrible things can even happen to good people, and when you're doing the right things. And that book really resonated with me because without going too much into my own stuff, I've been facing a lot of stuff lately, spiritually more than anything else, because on paper, everything in life, I'm crushing, everything's going good. But spiritually, I've been going through it without going too much into it. And so that book for me, that wisdom, grounds me in my spiritual faith with even the adversities I have in my faith and spiritually. So I thought I'd share that with you guys because it's something that maybe, I don't know where you guys are at spiritually right now in your walk with God and how you're feeling. And if you're just being blessed and you feel wonderful and full of love, or if you feel like maybe you're doing the right things, but maybe emotionally or mentally or physically, things are hard. Complex wisdom is a real thing, and wisdom literature can help you have that wisdom to ground you and make more sense of the world and feel better about things. So highly recommend the book of Job, Old Testament. I think it's before Proverbs. So there you go, guys. All right. God bless you guys. I'll see you next week. DM me, message me. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Me and Paul just going to get it rocking and rolling. So if you guys want to just hop off, Amen and Christian, I'll see you guys next week. God bless you. Have a wonderful week. Talk to you guys soon.